Good afternoon and welcome to the Developer Show, a program where we showcase up-and-coming developments, talk investments, and how you can find yourself in this brand new development called Waterkloof Marina Retirement Estate. My name is Chad and I'll be your host. And today we are joined by Rian Jobert, who is the Sales and Rental Portfolio Manager for Central Development Property Group. Rian, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for the invitation to be here.
It was a pleasure. Sorry, Rian, I was trying to channel my inner Afrikaans person when I was pronouncing those names, Waterkloof, and obviously your name and your surname. So I hope I got it just perfectly.
Doing quite well.
I'm going to do my best. Afterwards, I think I must take you aside and just write down some notes, and I need to practice my Afrikaans. I really do.
No, you're doing well.
So, Rian, I'm going to ask you a question we ask everybody, and that is, will you just introduce yourself and your role within Central Developments, and just tell me, and also everybody tuning in, what a potential buyer can expect if they decide to go down this journey and spend their retirements within one of your developments?
Yes. Chad, we are Central Developments. We are in the development business, obviously. This is our 13th retirement development that we are doing now. Currently, we are busy with two specific developments, Waterkloof Marina being the one, and Celebration Retirement Estate, more to North Riding side in Johannesburg. Then we have just finished Bronberg Retirement Estate as well in the east of Pretoria, where we still have a couple of houses available. Our whole idea with the development of the retirement estates is to create a place where people can come and retire, but not like the old age type of retirement establishments that many people are used to. The idea is to create a nice, inviting retirement space where people can retire still leading a very active and normal lifestyle. So it's a normal type of estate, but we add a lot of facilities to the site and to the estate so that when people retire on site, they at least have the peace of mind that later on when they grow older, they will have access to many facilities in the convenience of the estate. So yeah, that's basically what we are busy with.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Rian. What did you say?
No, I said that's basically what we are busy with, the retirement developments. And that's, in short, that's our concept.
Because you've got quite a few on the run now, and this being your 13th retirement village, or sorry, development, this definitely isn't your first rodeo. You know exactly what you need to implement within these different developments and within these different estates. To make sure people are comfortable throughout their retirement. For this to be your 13th, obviously you've seen quite a lot of success previously.
Yeah, no, the whole concept works very well in the market. We sell not life rights, but sectional title ownership developments, which is quite good for the market at the moment. People like it. And then with all the added facilities on site, where we have the frail care facilities, we have normally a restaurant or a dining hall, medical consulting room, and many other support services on site, which just make it easier for older people to come and live here. The whole concept works very well. We started about 12 years ago with our first retirement estate in the north of Pretoria. And from that time on, we have learned quite a lot. We've done a number here in Pretoria and in Johannesburg. And I think this is basically the flagship. Waterkloof Marina Retirement Estate, we consider as a flagship of all our developments that we've done up to date. Where we not only have all the facilities and where not only all the things that we've learned in the past is culminated in this retirement development, but where we have a very nice location as well in Waterkloof Ridge, and with a lifestyle environment of a waterfront setting here in the middle of Pretoria, in the middle of the city, which you will probably not again find anywhere else. So it's quite a nice development to us, where we have a nice lifestyle, a waterfront lifestyle, retirement lifestyle, and that combined with all the facilities that we normally add to a retirement estate as well.
So this being your crown jewel, as you'd mentioned, of Central Developments, what made you choose the area? Obviously, the development, for people who don't know, is located in Pretoria. But what made you choose Waterkloof? Was it just the aspect of being on the waterfront, which I'm sure not many retirement villages across the nation could probably boast? Or were there other things you were looking for that this area ticked all those boxes?
Yeah, the opportunity of a nice waterfront lifestyle here in the city, in the heart of Pretoria, and in the heart of Waterkloof Ridge, where we have a very nice address, was obviously one of the biggest considerations. But otherwise, it is very centrally located. It's close to all the hospitals. It's close to the shopping centers. It's in a very nice upmarket area. The developments that we have previously done, the retirement developments we've previously done, was very nice as well, but we believe not as upmarket as this. And the upmarket level of the development is very nicely complemented by the area in which we've been doing this development. So there was a number of factors, but yes, I think the main thing was the location, the upmarket location here in Waterkloof Ridge in Pretoria. And then the other thing, the nice opportunity of a waterfront lifestyle created by the dam. Actually, the site itself has a very nice history. From the 1940s, it was utilized by Rosamar and Clave, who had a brick factory here on site. And that's actually where the dam on the site comes from. They mined clay in the area here and opened up 2 fountains, which filled up the mining area, and which created a sort of a natural dam here in the heart of Waterkloof Ridge. And when they stopped with a brick factory in the 80s, late in the 80s, the area was lying vacant. And fortunately, we got hold of the property a couple of years back, and we realized the nice opportunity with the waterfront setting. The dam currently is more than 6 hectares big, which allows for a very nice lifestyle, hiking trails around the dam, bird life, and so on. It just creates a totally different world here in the heart of Pretoria.
You know, I've said it before, and it's something I really I think about quite often when interviewing people that are doing these developments, and I hope the viewers can relate when I say this, but there's almost an intangible amount of, for lack of a better word, coolness when the development has got such a rich history, like you've mentioned. It makes the whole development, when you walk through it or when you interact with different parts of it, just feel so much more together and so much more than what it really is, which is just a development. It does make it seem just that much more important.
Yeah. We have many people from the area who lives in the Waterkloof area for many years who knows the factory that were on the site and knew about it. One of the first people who bought one of the waterfront houses here at Waterkloof Marina told us many stories about how he, as a child, came to fish in the dam, and they came to swim in the dam. So for many people, there's quite a lot of nice memories with regards to the dam and the whole site in the area.
Sounds absolutely incredible. But it leads me to this next question, which I really do need to ask, and that is, what units are available, as in what unit types, and how many are available now?
Yeah. We still have a number of units available. At the moment, we have about 55 houses still available. The whole first extension of the retirement estate consists of 550 units, of which half are apartments, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. Of the apartments, we roughly have about 140 still available. So there's a good number of apartments still available. And then we have about 55 houses, 2 and 3 bedroom houses of different floor plans and different sizes available. All of them with full ownership. Like I previously said, not life rights. It's not a life rights development, which means that people can buy the houses or the apartments. They become the owners, unlike the situation in life right retirement developments, which is very common in our country. They become the owners and they have the full benefit of the capital growth that they can expect within the next 10 or 20 or 30 years that they live here. So the same way, and that is our concept, the same way that people have previously invested in their properties where they have lived, they can come and do when they retire. They invest in their property and they have the capital growth in the future and the benefit thereof as well. To summarize, 1 and 2 bedroom houses and 2 and 3 bedroom, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments and 2 and 3 bedroom houses, up to more than 300 square meters, which is quite.
You know, Rian, you mentioned something so important, and I'm so glad you mentioned it as well. And that is, I was going to ask the question of what are the requirements to be able to purchase in, and you did say that this is a purchase for ownership and it doesn't fall to life rights, which, as you also mentioned, is very common in South Africa. Could you explain for viewers who don't know what the difference is between life rights and what your development offers?
Yeah, life rights is basically a long-term rental. You can see this a long-term rental. The property is not transferred in your name. You don't get ownership. Although your life right is registered in the deed office against the property, you don't have the ownership of the property. The original owner still retains the ownership and all the benefits of ownership of the property. Normally, when people buy life right in retirement establishments, it works like this, that they get ownership, they can go and live there. When they decide not to live there anymore or want to move on or pass away, which is unfortunately what happens to all of us when we get older. But once they can't live there anymore, the property gets sold and the capital growth goes to the original owner of the property. And in most instances, many of the people who lived there or who had the life rights, bought the life rights, only get back about 70% of the money that they originally paid for the life right. Our establishments, retirement establishments, are built under the sectional title concept, which means that people buy as in a normal complex or a normal estate. They buy, they get full ownership of the house. They are also, with all the other owners of the central facilities on site. And the whole establishment is managed by a homeowners association, of which they are part. But that opens the door to people of any age to come and buy in the retirement estate. And that is many times quite a nice aspect to people who like to buy for investment purposes. It means that even a person, we have people in their 20s buying into retirement estates because they know that it gives them good capital growth. It's a sought after type of property. There are not many properties. The demand is high and the supply is low. So it really opens the door for people of a younger age to come and buy into the retirement estates as an investment. And then also for younger people who is already doing some planning for their retirement at a later stage, who want to buy a specific property in a specific location with the idea that they will probably not have the opportunity again later on.
Marina, I'm so glad you mentioned that, and you did it so comprehensively as well, because my next question was going to be that the fact that you can purchase within Waterkloof Marina retirement estate, must make a massive impact to the capital gains that you can get as an investment, specifically if you purchase when you're younger, because really you can't go wrong purchasing within a retirement estate. And that's probably why so many have relegated themselves to life rights, because they understand what a good investment it is and they don't want to give that away. So it's really nice knowing that your development has got such unique opportunities to present itself as an investment.
Yes, yes. We have, all the people who buy in our retirement estates, we roughly sell 40% of the units to people who solely buy for investment purposes. We also have a turnkey rental service that we offer our investors. We go and we look for tenants for them. At the same time, we service the needs of people who want to rent in retirement estates rather than buy. Many people are in the situation where they cannot buy, cannot afford to buy, or do not want to buy. Many people get to an age where they reckon that it's probably better for them to rent a retirement unit instead of buying a retirement place. And by selling to investors, it means that we can service both ends of the markets, both the rental market and the sales market, and that really gives us the opportunity to give a good service to the community as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it makes a very good investment property, like you said. Over the years, we've seen that. In the retirement estates, we really get an above average return on investment and above average growth on the capital spent on the unit. Better so than in normal residential property. In the last couple of years, investors really came to support us because they've noticed that retirement estates with a high demand for this type of property, where you have all the facilities and the low supply thereof, really makes it an ideal investment opportunity.
It really does seem like you cannot go wrong with a retirement estate. So I think now is the perfect time to cut to break. Let's have all of our viewers take a look at this wonderful estate, Waterkloof Marina Retirement Estate, and we will be right back. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Developer Show. Today we are joined by Rian Jobert, who is a sales and rental portfolio manager at Central Development Property Group, and he is presenting their crown jewel of all their retirement estates, and that is Waterkloof Marina. Now, Rian, before we had jumped to break, we were speaking about the different unit types available, and also during the break, everybody got an opportunity to see just how fantastic this offering is. So really the next natural question is, what is the costs across the units?
Our apartments sell from as little as 1.2 million, starting with the one bedroom apartments. Our houses are priced just over the 2 million for the 2 bedroom houses, depending on the size and the location. But yes, let's say apartments available from about 1.2 million if you want to buy, and houses available from just over the 2 million for 2 bedroom houses, and starting just over the 3 million for the 3 bedroom houses. Like I said earlier, the same properties are also available on rentals. We have a number of units that we rent out for investors. 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom apartments from about 7,500 per month, depending on the size of the units, and the houses from about 12,000-13,000 per month, giving the tenants exactly the same access to all the facilities on site that the people have who bought the retirement homes here. So
essentially, for anybody purchasing within this development and if they want to rent out, will you guys handle that? It seems like you will. If I decide to purchase here and I come to you and I say, Rian, I want to purchase a 2-bedroom, can you please manage the rental aspect of this? Can you find me a tenant? You're happy to do that, or have I misunderstood?
We manage the whole process for the investor. We have a turnkey service. We go and look for a tenant. We actually have a number of tenants knocking on our doors for suitable units for them. It's not in every retirement estate that people are allowed to rent units as well. So we have people coming to us all the time for rental options. Apart from finding the tenant, we also do the whole management of the rental contract for the investor. So we have many investors, and we have many investors over the years who bought units in retirement estates, and where they gave us the mandate to manage the whole rental for them on their behalf. Yeah,
and this price is incredibly competitive for the area you're offering, being right there in Waterkloof, as well as the amenities. You'd spoken to me about the fact that you've got a frail care center within the development. You've also got that dining area, that restaurant. What other amenities are available for prospective residents?
Now, if I can just come back to the frail care facility, we have quite an extensive frail care facility on site, like in all our other retirement estates. What is different here is that we have also added a dementia care facility here at Waterkloof Marina. We have noticed over the last couple of years that we had many requests for dementia and Alzheimer care. There's quite a demand for facilities that offer that service, and it's not readily available everywhere. People struggle to find dementia facilities. We've added a section here where people can be taken care of with dementia and Alzheimer. And you know, the other most important thing I think about that facility on site to people is people come and they buy here, they live on site. Many of them still in their younger and more active and healthy years, but at a later stage, usually one of a couple start to need to grow older, need some support from the frail care center. And then the nice thing to people is that they can stay in their house, they can be together as a couple, still live in their own apartment or house together, and the facility offers home-based care to them in their house. Or in the event where one of the persons need to be transferred to the frail care facility, it is quite close, and the other partner can visit as often as he or she likes. So that's really one of the most attractive things to people who buy in the retirement estate here. But yes, then we also have facilities like a medical consulting room. We have the restaurant, like you mentioned, a nice waterfront setting for the restaurant. There's a nice coffee shop and a tuck shop for people where they can buy the most important things for them on site. There are facilities like a hair salon and a beauty salon, more popular with the ladies most of the times. And then a laundry facility. Many people like to hand in their laundry for washing and ironing. There are facilities like a small gymnasium where people can still exercise and stay healthy, a heated swimming pool. And then obviously around the dam, facilities like a nice hiking trail of more than 3 kilometers, bird watching spots. There are a lot of water birds at the dam itself. People can do open water swimming on the dam. They can row on the dam. They can fish here. There are very nice black bass and carp in the dam. So many of the people like fishing here, or they like bringing their grandchildren even to come and fish here. Some of the older ladies say that now for the first time their grandchildren visit them very often because their grandchildren come to fish here. You can do some cycling. There's enough space for that. So there really are a lot of opportunity. Apart from the formal facilities and the support facilities, there really is a lot of opportunity to stay active and healthy here.
I I think you've presented such an appealing development that you might have a lot of young people knocking on your door, seeing if they can actually move
Yeah,
in there.
yeah, no, we do have many people who come here with their parents or grandparents tell us, oh goodness, can't we come and stay here? It's so nice here next to the water.
It sounds incredible. And the fact that you've checked so many boxes, unfortunately, I won't be able to visit your hair salon, but everything else sounds absolutely fantastic. I want to ask though, the frail care and the dementia and all that very, very comprehensive medical aspect that you've brought to this development, are there additional costs associated with that, or is that all included in the purchase price and the levies, which is something else I wanted to speak about? What are the levies looking like?
Yeah. The levies is actually very affordable if you compare to a normal estate. We try to keep it on the same basis as a normal estate, and with the extent of the retirement estate, the size of the retirement estate, it is possible to do it. Like I said, in this first extension only, there are 550 units, which gives you quite a broad base from which you can cover the costs of the estate. So the levies are very affordable. The levies also include things like your water usage, your security costs, the maintenance of their houses, the insurance of their houses, the structural insurance. So many aspects of the cost that older people would normally have when they would have stayed on in their own houses are already covered by the levies as well. Important about the costs of the frail care facility, and I must say here, while we speak of the levies, that included in the normal cost is a basic support service, an emergency service for people who live on site. That's something that gives people a lot of peace of mind when they live in their houses. Many older people are still quite on their own, self-sufficient, can do their own thing, but at least they want to know, if I run into trouble, if there's an emergency in the middle of the night or whenever, there's a button that I can push. That cost is part of the normal levy that we have on site. Let's say the basic ones of emergency sort of support service. The cost of the frail care, however, is not included in the levy, so that we don't push up the levies too high. So basically, people will pay for the service that they need, when they need it, and for long as they need it. But since we are in a situation where the Frail Care Centre was developed by Central Developments, the developer, at the cost of Central Developments, and the contractor or the frail care provider who works in the Frail Care Centre was basically handed a full-blown facility without any cost on his own side except the running costs. It is possible for them to provide the service at a very, very affordable and competitive cost and price. So when you compare the price of the frail care services in our retirement establishment and here at Waterkloof Marina as well, you will see that it compares very well with what is offered in the market. So yes, people pay extra for that, for the time that they need the frail care, but still at a very competitive price. What makes it even more attractive to people is the fact that the service is offered at home as well, as a home-based care, which is very, very affordable to many people, much more affordable than when you have to be admitted to a frail care full-time. Many people are in the situation where they only need limited support up to a certain stage, and with the facility on site, and medical services offered on site, they have access to very affordable home-based care on the basis that they need it, whether it's for an hour a day or 2 hours or 3 hours a day, or even full-time home-based care. It makes it much more affordable for most of the people.
Well, Rian, I'll say without a doubt, for as long as I've been doing this, and I've been doing this for quite a long time now, I've never seen another offering within South Africa that comes in at this price point with this amount of value for money and with the amount of features you've included it here. So yourself and the team at Central Developments really have knocked the ball out the park with this development.
Yeah, there's a lot of added value that we have in our retirement estates and here as well. You know, many times people come here. We are on show 7 days a week normally. We basically close down between Christmas and New Year. That's that. But otherwise, we are on show 7 days a week. People come here, and then many people usually tell us, "Goodness, you know, I sell my house for this price, but it's a bit more expensive to buy here at Waterkloof Marina." But the moment they see the added value that we have here, the facilities that we offer, the support services that we offer, the lifestyle, the security, it makes absolute sense to them. And then people are usually very, very eager to come and live here. Not everybody is always immediately in the situation where they can move to one of our retirement estates or move to Waterkloof Marina. But it's a very attractive setup to most of the people, with all the facilities being on site, all the added value that you have on site. It really makes it so much easier for older people. And you know, not only for older people, but many of us have parents that we are worried about. Will they be safe? We are not always with them. Are they safe? Are they taken care of? Do they have access to medical facilities? Many younger people bring their parents here because they are themselves worried about their parents and the safety of their parents and the well-being and the medical well-being of their parents. Knowing that when their parents live here, they have access to a complete range of support services.
You know, this leads me now to the next question, which is probably a question also on many other people of our, especially our viewers' lips, and that's, if I want to purchase within this development, what's the process? What do I need to do? What would you suggest the guys do to get in touch with you and secure one of these units?
Yeah, the easiest is for people to just give us a call, make an appointment with us, come and have a look. We really like people to come here and see what it's all about. You know, people can make a lot of small talk about what they do and what they promise and so on. I think in the past we've seen with retirement developments as well that developers promise a lot and they are very slow on delivering on their promises many times. Unfortunately, it's not difficult developing a retirement estate. So many times you will find that retirement developments, when they are marketed, the developers promise all the facilities that will be there at a certain stage. In our developments, our concept is that we develop all the facilities in the first phase. So nobody moves in before the frail care center and the service center and all the facilities have been completed. Only then do we give occupation of the first phase. So the best thing for people is to come here and have a look at what we have on offer and see that it's not mere promises. We really have available what we say we offer here. They can give us a call. They can come and have a look here, and from there on, we will guide them through the whole process. It's actually quite easy. It's a normal property transaction. If people want to rent, it's a very easy process. We make it as easy as possible for them. We have units available immediately. Some of the units will only be completed up to the middle of next year. So for people not immediately ready to move in, there are other options further down the line as well. Give us a call. Our number is 0861 3646 16, 0861 3646 16. If it's easier to remember the website, they will get our contact details there as well. Our website is easy to remember as well, retirenow.co.za. And they can just look there for the Waterkloof Marina retirement development.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got their details. If you forget, if you don't have a pen and paper handy, remember you can find all of this information on private property as well, which then leads me into my final question is, you've got a relationship with private property. I know your account manager personally. And I just wanted to ask you, how has that impacted the way you position your developments? How has it impacted your retirement villages? And how has it just changed the way you market your properties?
Yeah. You know, it's very interesting. Over the years, we've been busy with the retirement developments more than 12 years now. And I can remember in the first retirement developments, when we started with the marketing, we always have a guest register on site where we ask the contact details for people so that we can follow up and give them some more information. And even at a later stage, give them information on new developments that we have. And very interesting, at that stage, about 12 years ago, not even 20% of the people that came to our retirement developments had email addresses. The scenery has changed in total. Now, even the older people are more digitally wired. Many people go online to search for what they need, and when it comes to property, many of the people make use of private property, private properties website as well. That has changed our marketing over the last couple of years quite tremendously. We are more digitally oriented when it comes to marketing. We market on private property and other digital portals as well. But we find that especially with the older people, that is more or less our market here at the retirement estates, people are very aware of private property, and they make use of that, and that helps us really a lot to get the people on site and to get in contact with the people. It's a nice portal where people can see what you have on offer, and where they really get a bit of a taste for what you have, and can immediately come in contact with you.
Well, Riaan, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to introduce us to this development. For all of you at home, thank you for logging on and taking that journey with us. If you have any questions for Riaan, if you're interested in Waterkloof, please get in touch with him. He's more than happy to take you through any of the questions you might have. And I cannot wait to see you guys on the Developer Show this time next week. Thank you and goodbye.